Hey Aquarius, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength during this reading, check your other major placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. See if I can catch your wavelength over there. And I'm working with some new decks today. We're going to start with the Botanical Inspirations deck. See what kind of energies are here. And we had one just jump out. And then we're going to move to a tarot reading with the Golden Tarot. All right. Oh, forget-me-nots. Eternal memories. The best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. So these are based on Victorian ideas of, there's an artist too that did all these. But this is a Victorian idea that every flower means something and has a special meaning. So this is forget-me-nots. So we're in our memories here. There's something from our past that's either stayed with us. Yeah, there's something from our past that stayed with us here. I would say this is the treasured memories card. There's something we've not forgotten. All right, and then I'm using the Golden Tarot, which is based on medieval and Renaissance art. It's collages. I really like it. I am missing the Oracle Mystical Moments deck that I usually use, but I just want to try something else. All right, Aquarius, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. You have been very stubborn. In your recent past, we have the Two of Swords. So this is about being stubborn, blocking things from coming in, blocking any changes, feeling like you know what you're doing, you're certain about it, and you aren't going to change and you aren't going to do anything else. Oh, your intuition's there. It's telling you something's up here, but you're not listening to it. You've got your back turned to it, and you are stubbornly placed here. This stool is very solid that you're sitting on. You are sitting on a honking heavy stool here. It's very, very much about in being in place. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to go. Oh, there's stuff going on in the background, but you're not paying any attention to it whatsoever. This can be a denial card, a card about about, some little place back here knows what needs to happen, what needs to change, what needs to be shifted, what you need to see. Yeah, but you're walling it off because I think, you don't want the changes, you don't want to deal with the fallout from acknowledging that thing. So denial is really common and it protects us from all sorts of things. But it can also it protects us from things we're not ready to see yet. We're not ready to understand or acknowledge. We don't have the skills to deal with. So we put it back there for a while we continue focusing on real life, and then eventually we can go look at that. It's like emotional procrastination. I don't want to deal with that, so I'm going to pretend I don't even see it. So you've been very stubbornly in this energy of this is what I've decided, I'm doing it this way, and something's been a little niggling at you, and you've chosen not to look at it in the recent past. But now you're being brave. I mean, what's interesting about this Two of Swords is you look like you're being strong. You look like you're being brave. But the thing is, there's something back there. So denial looks like, nope, I'm sticking my course. I'm staying the course. I'm sticking with this. I chose this. I'm going to be strong through it. But there's something back here that's like, you got to look at something. There's something. We're trying to show you something. So at some point, denial becomes a choice and not just a safety mechanism, a psychological safety mechanism, but a choice. And that's sort of where the Two of Swords is. And when that Two of Swords comes up in a reading, then after that, it's a choice, because something's trying to tell you that there's something back there, and there's always going to be something back there, and then they always have their time to come forward and for us to look at them. So you were very stubborn here in the recent past. And then in your present situation, you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knights are a little bit reckless, a little bit dangerous, but they're also very daring. And the Knight of Swords is really he loves his truth, loves his ideas, his truth, his communication. There's a lot of courage here. It takes courage to see the truth. This looked very strong here. You being stubborn, well, the truth hung out waiting for you to turn around and look at it. And now you're more in a zone, in a mind frame of being able to see the truth. The Knight of Swords could also be a person in your life that is showing you the truth, that is speaking to you honestly. But there's a lot of courage here. I think Knight of Swords is the courage to be honest, to be virtuous. All of those things require so much courage. Courage is the foundation of all of what we would call virtues of good behavior, because all of that is risky, and the truth is risky. So here's the Knight of Swords. He's slaying a dragon here. He's being very courageous, using his truth to fight against these sort of evils, or the things that would do us wrong, and the things that would control us, and the things that would harm us. So there's some sort of moment of truth coming in here. You're having it. I mean, hopefully you are coming out of this denial here, and the sword, instead of using it to block and prevent truth from coming in, is being used to great effect here to very courageously look at the truth. So someone could be bringing in some truth to you right now, some clarity and some truth to what's been going on, breaking up the stagnancy of the stubbornness, or it could just be you being able to be more honest with yourself, being able to see something very truly, something that's harmful to you. I mean, this dragon isn't a peacekeeper. This dragon was harming you. And so to come in and look at the truth about something, a habit or a way of being or a way of looking at the world, and seeing it for what it is finally, and approaching it with this the sharp edge of truth and clear communication. Your hope looks like the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory card. It's a powerful card of community recognition, wanting to be seen for the contributions. This is very natural and normal. Don't ever let anyone tell you that needing attention or needing to be acknowledged is some sort of ridiculous burden. We're social creatures. We survive by living together and cooperating together, and having the admiration of your tribe and your group has historically, through human evolution, been essential to survival. So Six of Wands, this is something you're craving, you're wanting, you're hoping for some sort of recognition from your community, a victory. You're hoping for a victory, and in that victory, you're hoping that others will also be inspired and will be excited by your victory. A victory for you will be a victory for your community, and people will celebrate. So this is Six of Wands is parade energy. It's and parades have a long history. I wrote my college thesis on parades. In a way, they're about a showing of enthusiastic support, community pride, and you're hoping your community will find some pride in something that you've done, that you'll become victorious, that you'll do something very good and praiseworthy, and then and your community will acknowledge that. What's at issue here is this Ace of Swords. Oh no. Ace of Swords, and it's in reversed. It's reversed. So the Ace of Swords would be a new beginning, a new communication, a new truth, a new start at something, and you're not seeing it. I almost want to say Ace of Swords would be like an inspiring thing that would help you, some sort of inspiration. Normally we see an epiphany, but instead we see not being able to see very clearly, which is interesting because we have this Knight of Swords here who's coming in with some bravely, with some clarity and some truth here in a communication. But what's at issue is you're not getting a communication. Maybe that's because you're not willing to, you're still in a bit of stubbornness here, and you're not willing to receive a communication coming in, or someone's not willing to receive a communication coming from you. But there's some truth here that I don't think you can see, or I don't think you have a good handle on, or that that hasn't been spoken. There's a lack of communication. Somebody's not speaking their truth, and And there's not a new beginning here. I think you were hoping for a new beginning, hoping for a fresh start, but there doesn't seem to be one coming in. There's just communication here that's not happening, and that's very frustrating. In your environment, we have Page of Coins. So the page is the learner. This is someone sort of maybe taking a leap in learning. So this is being a court card. This is probably going to be an actual person in your environment that may be returning to school. So in your environment, it can be part of this whole storyline we've already established, or it can be part of a side story also of just like, and also someone in your life has gone back to school or started a new job and is just learning about it. There's a leap forward here in our work and in someone's professional life. And maybe you're jealous of that. That could easily be the case, especially if you're not getting the new beginning or the new communication that you're wanting. And if you're wanting some sort of praise from your community or some sort of leap forward, it looks like maybe somebody else got a new job or a new start in their work and or in their money. So someone around you has made some sort of gain in their career or in their finances, kind of a first step leap forward on a new path here, or had a new opportunity that they're just learning about. So that's your Page of Coins in your environment. And the energy you're coming into is this Knight of Coins. Okay, all the other knights are a little bit reckless except the Knight of Coins. He's slow. This is slow and steady wins the race, right? This is plodding along, being very focused on your goal and on your work and on your money. There's a lot of focus here. And you're not expected to be an expert in this yet. You're expected to be, he's suited up here in armor. So there is some sort of acknowledgement that the path forward might be a little difficult, although at the speed you're moving, it shouldn't be too hard. You're not going to be running into anything and there will be no surprise attacks at this speed, right? But you're suited up anyway because you are so cautious. So this is cautiously, slowly moving forward, step by step. Hopefully with hope and just being focused on the goal. This could have to do with work, as the coins usually do, or something in reality. So maybe some sort of idea that, or communication, or the communication you're wanting doesn't come in, but at any rate, you're still moving forward slowly, step by step, cautiously moving forward. Where you're going is the Seven of Coins. Waiting. You got out of the stubborn energy, you faced the music, you were hoping for some sort of cause for celebration. You haven't received a communication. Someone around you has made some leaps forward, is starting a new job or a new beginning somewhere. You're meant to go forward step by step, and it's going to be so slow, you're going to be required to have some patience here. Here you are waiting for the fruits of your labors to come in. And you've got your little dog here. You've got a little poodle in the Seven of Coins. There's a lot of coins in this bottom part. There's some swords. There's a lot of swords in the top part, a lot of truth coming in, a lot of understanding. And then the bottom part talks about real world things and taking slow steps in the real world, and then eventually coming into this the Seven of Coins energy, which is having put in the work and waiting for the rewards. There's a lot of slow moving energy here in the bottom. You're supposed to move slowly and you're supposed to have a lot of patience, but it does look like it's not like this tree is empty and devoid of fruit. You're looking at the past. In the future, you'll be looking at the past and really seeing how far you've come, how much work and how much patience this whole thing has required. Your heart's looking towards the future. In the Knight of Coins, your heart's looking towards the past and looking at like where you've come from and how you need to be careful going step by step. The terrain doesn't look great. The terrain looks a little treacherous here in this Knight of Coins card. So your horse is going to need to go slow, take its time. I like one thing I like about this is you're focused on the goal, but your instincts are focused on going step by step. It's like this horse has been knows the terrain and has learned it very well, and you need to trust that horse. So you're going to be trusting your instincts. You can keep your eye on the prize, you can keep your eye on the goal, but you got to trust the pace of the instincts, which are going to be very slow moving and slow going, sure-footed. You want a very sure, this is the type of terrain that's going to need a sure-footed pony, and that's what you've got here in your intuition and your instincts. So you'll be moving together, you'll be moving forward slowly, step by step, as your instinct wants you to. And then you have the Seven of Coins energy coming into that with the fruits of your labors, just waiting for them to ripen, for something to change, for something to grow and become ready. You're ready to harvest. You're guarding them. This reminds me once of a place I lived. I rented from an elderly couple, their basement apartment, and they had a plum tree down at the road, and we were waiting for the plums to ripen, and Elaine came in and was like, okay, I think tomorrow's the day. And we woke up in the morning and someone had come in the night and plucked all of the ripe plums, probably assuming that probably watching them, seeing like, oh, they're ripe, they're ready. These people aren't harvesting them, so they took them all. So, but that's not going to happen to you, because you're guarding your plums that are ripening. You're waiting for them to come to ripen. So wow, what an exciting future. Standing guard over these plums ripening in this tree. Patience, slow moving and patience is what's going to be required of you. This communication hasn't come in yet. This fast new beginning that you were hoping for, not here yet. Doesn't look like it's coming in anytime soon. So just keep plodding forward, keep moving forward, and have some patience and guard those plums so that your neighbors don't come take them from you. All right, so Aquarius, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. Let me know what you think of my new cards. I am really missing the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck, but I don't want to get too bored of it. So we're just going to keep kind of moving things along here so that we can circle back around to that again someday. But anyway, I hope you have a great week, Aquarius.